Hello and welcome to a new episode of Hong Kong House of Cards. Tonight we have a strange situation, you could say. Young Toreador Neonate Travis, well, he's had a long evening so far, and he's decided he wants to get out, experience the nightlife of Hong Kong uh, now that his sire has allowed him to leave their haven. So he's gone exploring, enjoying the sights and sounds and the smells of Hong Kong, perhaps admiring a performer, street performer here or there, the usual. And he decides he wants to go in to a bar. Let's call it Nightshade. Sounds like a good, nice goth club name. And he'll see this bar and think, well, it wouldn't hurt to go inside, maybe see if I can get a little drink. And he'll enter the bar. He's a tallish man, about 6 feet tall, in a nice suit. It's not super expensive, but it's nice. It is that tan color in the picture. He's got a surprising amount of gray hair for his age, and he's just very slightly pale, like someone who doesn't go out in the sun too often. And he will make his way to a seat and order a drink that will sit in front of him as he watches the patrons. And I will let everyone else intro from there.
A fairly short French-featured woman will walk in getting carded due to the fact that she probably looks like she's a kid or something. Walk in, she'll just kind of look around, have a seat at the bar, order a very stiff drink, and just kind of sip from it. And most people will notice there's probably people are giving her kind of a wide berth, which is pretty weird.
So this woman, I mean, the fact that she got carded and how young she probably looks, kind of grabs Travis's attention. And he'll watch her. He's sitting, probably in a booth, a little away from everybody else. He's just watching the crowd. But every once in a while, he'll glance over to Arlette and just kind of watch her for a little bit before continuing to scan the rest of the crowd.
Yeah, Tony will walk in. She's still got her bag, unless there's like some kind of security at this bar, in which case she probably left it in the car. Is there? I don't know.
I mean, it's a nightclub. I don't think they'd take your bag away. It looks suspicious. It's just a normal nightclub.
Okay. I don't know. So yeah, she'll walk in and just kind of she'll sit towards the back and set her bag beside her. And she probably won't do anything else other than that. She won't order a drink or anything.
Travis will spy this other woman. He'll kind of look back and forth between her and Arlette for a moment. I'm just kind of noting that they seem to be more interesting. Can't quite put his nose on it, but they're different. Something about them. The tiny woman obviously is very terrifying, it seems, judging by how people treat her. And Well, this other woman came into a bar, is pretty, well, pretty, and a drink. So after a moment, he'll stand up, make his way over to where Tony is sitting, and just ask, "Mind if I sit down?"
She'll look at you for a moment, and because very rarely does anyone ever want to sit by Tony, she's gonna think that's really suspicious and creepy. And just in case, she's gonna throw up mind sight.
Dun dun dun. Thanks my PC first scene because she thinks he's trying to feed from her.
No, Tim would not do that.
I wouldn't be mad if that's what happens. That's what happens.
And because I have been needing to play out this arrangement more, she'll kind of, when you get close and you say that, she'll reach, you know, she'll reach for a necklace that has an omega pendant or a symbol, omega symbol on it. Just kind of rub her finger over it as you get close. Should lower the difficulty as well because it wasn't. Oh boy. Okay, one success will get me absolutely nowhere.
You can like get a quick little like look on success, but it'll basically just be like flash of aura. That's it. Assuming that's what you were going.
So salty I took off that deceptive aura merit because I had that on him too.
Okay, yeah, and she'll just get a quick glance. Then after she sees that, she'll kind of sigh, mutter something underneath her breath in Greek, and then motion for you to sit down.
He'll sit down and he'll just when he walks very elegantly, like he's barely touching the floor, and he'll just set his drink down and it's very unusual to see a pretty lady like you without someone buying him a drink. So I figured he probably didn't want to be bothered. So I just sit over here, make polite conversation, keep the creeps away.
Oh, how gentlemanly of you, staying with me to keep the creeps away.
Well, yes, and besides, there's so very few interesting people in here, and well, you and the other lady sitting by herself seem very interesting, and I like talking to interesting people. It's a bit of a passion of mine, you could say.
But I know another passion of yours.
He just raises one eyebrow. My dear, I have no idea of what you're speaking of.
Sure you don't. But anyway, if you think that other lady is so nice, why don't you invite her over here as well then?
Well, I will. He'll stand up. He's very elegant. He'll leave his drink there and make his way over towards Arlette. And when he gets, he makes sure like she can see him approaching. I'll say, "Hello there."
Oh, bonjour. Comment allez-vous?
Sorry, I didn't quite hear you.
Bonjour, comment allez-vous? She'll kind of turn to you and say that in French.
Likewise, he says, after just a moment of very pause. My
She'll
friend.
just kind of give a small smile.
Sorry.
She'll give a small smile when you say likewise.
My friend and I, a new acquaintance and I should say, were wondering if you'd like to join us for a drink and a hearty discussion.
Your friend? Thomas. Yeah. He's in the corner over there, yeah?
He nods.
Sure. She'll pick up her drink and hop up off the bar stool.
He will offer his arm.
How
Oh, sorry.
Bear in mind, when I say hop off the bar stool, she's like 4'6". Like, the bar stool is probably taller than her, roughly at head height.
He will walk back over. He'll offer his arm to her.
She will just kind of shake her head. No, I would not like to make your friend jealous.
He laughs, and he's a very deep voice, and as he just throws his head back and laughs. It's a very booming, hearty, cheery laugh as he does so.
So I guess I get over there after the laughter.
Yeah. He'll just, yeah. He'll make his way back over there and sit down with his drink.
She'll sit down. Just kind of look at Travis, look at Tony. Good evening.
Yo.
He'll look back and forth between the two. Well, since I invited both of you to join the conversation, I suppose I should start. How do you like the city?
I haven't been here long enough to get a very strong opinion on it.
City
Nod and
sucks.
kind of just. Well, that is certainly an opinion. What
Trust
makes
me.
you think so?
Stay around here long enough and you'll figure out why.
He just kind of sighs a little and for nodding. Well, I must say it certainly has beautiful architecture regardless. Quite fascinating, really.
Tony will kind of nod and then she'll reach up and grab the pendant again. And let me roll. Basically, Tiger, all it is first of all, let me make sure she still has matter. Otherwise, pretty sure she has a dot in matter. Okay, yes.
Does it really matter?
I mean, kinda. She's gonna
I'm
throw matter
sorry.
sight.
I didn't mean that joke.
She's gonna throw matter sight up to see if there's anything weird in the drink. Because if not, then she's probably just gonna take it because he's a vampire. She doesn't know about the eat food merit, so she's just gonna be a dick. What? Are you serious?
Oh no! At least it wasn't a botch.
Remember that time she watched with all ones
Yeah.
on her success roll?
What?
Twice. Why did that happen?
Because skins everything.
Yeah. So after a moment of doing that, and then nothing happening, she'll look really, really confused for a moment, and start rubbing the pendant again.
That's what she
Also,
said?
you get
God damn it, work!
Right?
so if you get the code wrong on rolls, all your dice will count as one. So
Yeah. That's what happened to me like the second time I got straight ones. I was so scared. But then John was like, Tim, you did the code wrong, it's okay. And I was like, oh, hallelujah. Haha, 2 successes. Okay, one to effect is only like 3 turns, so I'm not even gonna bother. Is there anything weird about the drink?
I mean, unless the bar staff put something in, he didn't order anything weird in it.
Okay, so it's just like, just plain whiskey or something?
Yeah, it'd be a whiskey.
She'll just reach over, take it, and drink it.
He'll just perk one eyebrow.
What, it's not like you were gonna drink it.
Whatever gave you that impression, my dear? I simply like to savor my refreshments.
I'm sure you do. That's probably why you like speaking to interesting people so much.
He smiles again. Well, you know what they say. A good meal is wasted without a good meal or a good conversation, or a good book or a good conversation. Nah, character, that was me fucking it up. This character's way too smooth to fuck that up. Like, that's literally his charisma spec.
Well, personally, I doubt your meals enjoy that sort of thing. So. Or at least they don't enjoy being meals.
Or let's go.
Is that so? Is that so? I think you make quite a lot of assumptions, miss. He kind of trails up to let her introduce herself.
She's not. We'll just shrug. I do. There's a good reason why.
I see. He just turns just shifts in his chair ever so slightly as he crosses his legs. And he is breathing. He blinks. He fidgets. He just looks a little pale. He seems pretty much like a just kind of pale human.
I was just kind of watching this. Roll back and forth between the two of them. Sipping from her own drink.
Tony will just kind of lean back in the chair and cross her arms over her chest.
Travis will lean back as well, but he won't cross his arms. He'll just steeple his hands together in front of him and smile. My dear, the silence here is colder than your... I'm going to say attitude. That implies the wrong word. Your demeanor, perhaps.
Well, I do hope you understand. I don't really like you. Well,
Well,
your
we've
kind
just
anyway.
met. That's a little... He pauses at that. Raises an eyebrow. I see.
Mm-hmm.
He is wearing gloves, by the way. They're just really simple leather gloves that he's wearing.
And since I didn't see Arlette earlier, she's gonna, once more reach up, grab her pendant, and run her finger over it.
Okay.
Christ, how many times am I gonna? I think this is the most rolls I've done on Tony in a while. God.
Now Tony is the experienced one. Okay. So whenever you try to look at her aura, all you get is a very strong sense of confidence and literally nothing else.
Tony's actually gonna look a little bit impressed. And yeah, I have 3 successes, so I'm gonna just throw 2 into duration for the scene and then 1 into effect. Just have that up. I don't have to fucking do it.
So you are one of the others, then, I presume? An out-of-towner as well?
I guess you could say that.
He kind of looks over to Arlette. Just kind of raises an eyebrow a little.
We am from out of town in case the French features aren't enough to tell you that. I should mention, even if I'm failing at it, she's speaking in a very French accent.
Mm-hmm. Oh, France. Stories I've heard. He just kind of trails off from that.
I find the stories are rarely anything impressive compared to the real thing.
Yes, I was told that as well. Mm-hmm. After a moment, he turns his head very slightly to look at Tony, kind of with the same look he's got in the picture, and says, "Since you seem to be the one in the know, is our friend safe to be a confidant?"
Instead of admitting she has no fucking clue, she will just look over at Arlette and say, "Now, I don't mind being a dick to someone like him, but I don't want to out you if you're, anything special."
She'll just kind of raise an eyebrow.
My dear, I think finding a Frenchwoman this far from France is something special in of itself.
No, not really. People travel. I traveled here from San Francisco, so
An American. That explains quite a bit.
This is a major travel area. A lot of business coming through and from here.
He'll spend a blood to activate Auspex %.
Okay. Oh, you don't
For
spend
sight.
blood activate on.
You get to cry.
Oh, you don't? Okay, yeah.
This-
He'll just okay. He'll just pop it for those senses and just relax back and take a deep breath. Actually, yeah, if it doesn't, because I didn't realize you didn't have to spend blood for it. If it doesn't need blood, he'd have it up for everything except for sound almost constantly.
And then a flashbang. Oh god.
He's a Toreador. He's got to explore all those senses.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Well, it seems the scintillating conversation needs a pick-me-up. Would either of you like a drink, or would you like to continue stealing mine? He says, looking at Tony.
Arlette just kind of holds up her drink that she's still drinking out of, swishes it around, and then takes a sip from it.
I mean, it's not like you were gonna drink it.
You never know. I have very many tastes, you know. It's unfair to simply assume that I don't like the kind of whiskey I ordered, the kind of drink that I'm wished for.
I'm not saying you don't like it, just saying you've got a little problem digesting it.
He'll just reach forward. Now, out of character, he can sit, but he has to puke it up later, right?
Yes.
Or is it immediate?
Uh,
You can do it later. Okay.
If
Yeah.
you have food merit, then you can sip at it and it will stay. But if you don't, then I think you puke it up immediately.
Unless you roll something that you need several successes.
Yeah.
And constant rolling
Okay.
for them.
So he'll just reach over, pick it up, smell it, like do the whole thing where people like reach, swirl around, inhale the fragrance and everything. I'll set it down. It is true they don't exactly have the best alcohol here. And besides, I came in here to explore the nightlife, and well, I did find something quite interesting indeed.
You were probably out looking for a meal.
Assumptions, my dear.
I tend to take those sort of liberties with your kind.
Well, I see. I think you'll need permission to take liberties with my kind.
So enough weird stuff
But-
has been said that Arlette has decided to try and sense worm. Mostly about people being heels and shit. I got 2 successes.
It's if you're lower than Humanity 7, you count as worm tainted, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
He is at Humanity 7.
Okay.
So I don't know unless Tony has Jor.
I mean, Tiger, does she have Jor?
I don't believe so, no.
Okay, because he hasn't. I don't know. Like whenever she kills people, she normally goes out and like parties and stuff, Logan and whatnot.
Because people go that in parties.
Yeah, like that's Ethan his thing. That's what they do.
Yeah. Like, oh, you just killed some people? Yeah, to stop that, sure, let's go party, dude. It'll be okay.
I already have like 30 hookers and 50 lines of coke lined up.
Fuck you, Google Hangouts.
And so it begins.
Oh boy.
Here we go.
So, Travis just kind of chuckles. I noticed you didn't answer my question, miss. Well, since you won't give me your name, I'll have to find a nickname for you. I'll think about it.
Don't.
Are you sure?
Yes. Now, what is this question again?
Asked if you like a drink or whether you'd like to continue stealing mine.
Nope. I'm good. One drink's enough for me.
Very well. He sits there and he fidgets for a few minutes. I never knew that people like yourself were so quiet. I was told that you like to talk. Something about enjoying the sound of your own voices or something. Tony. Kim?
Hmm?
he was talking to you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't hear. I must have
Oh,
lagged
good.
out.
Oh, good. He essentially said, "Oh, people like you would be so quiet. I was told that you like to talk quite a lot." Essentially, is what he said.
People like me in what regard?
You know, the ones who go out and make assumptions about people and judge them based on, well, criteria that are probably unfair to the individual in question. He says it just raises an eyebrow.
She'll just shrug and say, no, I wouldn't really say it's an assumption. I have ways of being able to tell what exactly you are, and well, I wish there were less of your kind in the city.
Dear, dear.
We're just gonna kind of pull out a pencil and a little notebook and start doodling in it. You guys can roll perception, alertness if you want to see what she's doing. She's not really trying to hide it.
Yeah, sure.
Hey, I get -1 def because I have aspects up.
Hell yeah.
Get it.
Do I have Aspects 1?
And I. Mm-hmm. 5d10. I
Oh
always
wait,
forget this dice code.
that was supposed to be a 6, but I got 3 successes anyway, so I'll take it.
It added
Thank you.
them.
Yeah.
How did I? I did 5d10
It's supposed to be
F5.
It's supposed to be F5.
Yeah, I did 5d10 F5.
It
You did
says
5d10 d5.
yeah.
Oh.
If you want to reroll that, you can. Like, I'm cool with that.
Thank you. 3 successes. I didn't even notice I put a D.
Okay.
I thought I put an F.
She is drawing a sword, a pentacle, a cup, and a staff.
Travis has no idea what those mean because he has no dots in Mentor.
I guess that's your character's first scene.
Mm-hmm.
Am I?
Travis.
Yeah, this is.
Tony seeing that will just kind of say, do you mind if I point at your work?
She'll shrug and say, go ahead.
Tony will point to the pentacle, and then point to herself, and then she'll point to the staff, and then she won't even point to him. She'll just kind of like, kind of like limp wrist gesture toward him, just kind of like, meh, towards Travis.
She'll just go, okay. At which point she'll then point at the sword and then her.
Oh. Wow, I guess that kind of explains that then.
The wide berth everyone's giving her? Yeah, okay.
Well, your confidence. So, you know about the houses, but I don't think I've ever seen you around.
I just arrived last night and got a little bit of info from some others of my house.
Oh, okay.
Eventually, what they were saying was so stupid I had to leave and come here and get a stiff drink.
Who was it?
I believe Elizabeth, Juge. There's some other newcomers. I didn't quite catch their names though.
Yeah. Yeah, Juge. And Elizabeth, okay. Well, it's good to have you in the city.
And Travis is just leaning back with this grin on his face watching.
Perhaps there is some place more private to discuss things, since we all seem to have a rough idea of what we all are.
Yeah, I know a place. And it would probably be good to have you guys head over there anyway. You should probably have the cards.
Well then, By all means. I'll pay. He gets up and goes to pay their bill for the 2 drinks.
Tony will look over at Arlette. She'll look like she was about to lean in and whisper, but then she'll stop and kind of grumble. It's not anything intelligible, but it's like, motherfucking knocking is pretty much just what it was. And then she'll say, "You want to ditch him?"
As much as I would like to, I feel like that would not be the most polite thing to do.
She'll shrug.
In the interest
And then yeah,
it's between houses.
I don't know. I suppose.
He'll return at precisely that moment. Just stands there, waiting, just listening.
Okay. Yeah, I walked here. I don't know about the rest of you guys.
I have a car.
Okay.
You just wish to guide the way, or lead me the way. You can have back seat, and she'll just kind of like lean her head towards Travis.
He just smiles, nods.
Then she will lead them to her car, which is a 2014 Dodge Charger. So this tiny little girl drives a muscle car.
Get it. Also, hello. Sorry.
Who do we have? Oh, it's Gark.
It's a new person.
It's a girl.
It's Jason.
Best grok.
Okay.
Oh boy. Got them elves though.
Them very pretty elves.
Baron Arth is gonna be coming with you. By the way.
Ooh, pretty lights.
Okay, so Kim, if an NPC is going to be bringing him, or leading with him, just would it be okay to say that they all meet up at the museum?
Okay, then we show up to the museum.
So yeah, as they're driving over there, Tony will just kind of give them a quick rundown and just say, so we're going to a museum. It's like a supernatural haven for all the supernatural communities here. You can literally not get angry in the place. I've tried. I mean, okay, like you can get angry, you just can't hit people because apparently, from what I've been told, there are like dove spirits around. That's some weird Arthur bullshit right there. But yeah, they're also there's lots of food.
Travis just kind of chuckles. And then will you explain why you seem to have an intense dislike of me, even though I only having met me this evening?
Because you're a leech, I would assume.
Ding,
Oh,
ding, ding.
Well, no, that's a very rude word, you know.
Is it not what you are?
I don't take without giving something in return. That is not a leech.
And what do you get in return?
Well, since I don't intend to feed from you, that's not something you need to worry about now, is it?
But yeah, no, you still drink, you still survive on the blood of people. That's, in my eyes, is considered a leech. Mm-mm.
Let me ask you something then. You were. I assume you didn't choose to become whatever you became, correct?
I know where you're going with this conversation, and I've had this conversation before with one of your kind, and I do understand. No one of us really chooses to become what we are. I still don't like what you have to do. I'm sure your personality's great. I get along well with the personalities of the other vampires. It's just, you're a vampire.
All I ask then is that we simply be polite.
She'll nod. And then,
Sorry.
I'm sorry, I was just gonna say, and then when they get to the museum, she'll kind of, motion and show it to them and say, they will ask for all your weapons when you go inside.
Well, it's a good thing I don't carry weapons on me. I'm a non-violent kind of person.
He says that as Arlette is handing over a knife and a handgun to the security.
Tony will just take Pelagius out of. Oh, my bad.
Every time they see like guns in Hong Kong, you're gonna get Sada, but they're paid not to tell. But you still get Sada.
Yeah, Tony will, set the bag down on, I'm guessing there's like a little table, and take Pelagius out, letting him curl around her arm, and then she'll just kind of give the security guy her bag.
Then Arst and Aiden will walk in after you guys, I guess.
Aiden takes a very long time to give up all of his weapons because he has a lot of them. If anyone's watching, he takes probably between 7 and 10 minutes to disarm himself.
Oh my God.
Travis just watches and silently thinks that someone's overcompensating for something.
Arst will mention that he's probably older than you. And yes, he does know that he's saying this to a vampire.
What did he say?
Arst will look you in the eyes and say he's probably older than you and doesn't understand what you're saying.
Oh, he didn't say that out loud. He thought it.
Oh,
But, by the way, I have to ask, how high is Aiden's appearance in the Grey World?
In the fairy world, it's 6.
So in the Grey World is 4. Okay, I need to make a roll.
Fucking Toreador, god damn it.
what?
Fucking
And
Toreador.
it doesn't say, like, your specific obsession either. It just says any form of beauty. So I'm gonna roll that shit, because I'm fair.
Oh my God, just watch him go into Thoral.
You're
Hey,
so
no.
pretty.
No,
Yeah,
I have a very specific idea on how his entrancements will go.
I still like very, very pretty. Like,
Just to save me from searching through for my V20 copy. Does anybody know that roll off the top of their head? It's self-control, right?
I'm pretty sure it's just willpower.
hang on, I'll just look it up. MBD.
Yeah, I got the book open.
Why did I have the vampire book up when I'm playing a werewolf? I don't fucking know.
Because you need to make sure I didn't pull none of that. Sorry.
Self-control, the 6.
Okay. Let's make sure I don't roll 10, D10s and D5 this time.
Right.
Self-control.
Yep.
Three successes.
Hashtag on transmit, please. Yeah,
So-
no, you're good.
So he just smiles and as he watches the two of them. His erstwhile companions upstairs.
Okay, it's not gone. It's just not in the book. Tiger, seriously.
Type the spot for it.
He's
No.
talking about infusion.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's going on? Tiger distracted me with his tantrum.
Tony's probably like, she'll probably ask the security guard and just say, hey, could they get cards?
Oh wait, I forgot something. Travis, is that for everything beautiful, or just like, is it per thing, or is it just as a group?
I'd leave that up to an ST.
Okay.
I think it's per person.
Yeah, it says whenever you experience something truly remarkable, person an objet d'art or a lovely sunrise. Huh. I'm gonna be nice and say you don't have to roll it for every little thing that's pretty on them.
Good.
Okay.
Because I got a bunch of pretty things, especially that.
Otherwise, we're gonna be here for a little bit.
And if
Unless
it's
you
the sword,
really
he's
want
just
to.
gonna like watch it. No. I want to do his entrancement on a person. When he gets entranced, because that's gonna be fun.
So, yeah, like, Adriano will have cards sit down.
So we got cards now.
Yeah,
Gotta get card.
Arthur's gonna lead Aiden over to the elevator.
Oh, what does this do? As he pokes the
It makes-
elevator door.
Huh?
He's poking the elevator door, like, ooh, shiny. I can see myself.
He just, like, slides the card in and the doors start to open.
Travis is going to pop for a hearing when they get in the building. And like in the elevator. I need to look in there.
You guys waiting? Come on.
I guess our little bump into the elevator.
Ooh.
hmm
He follows, like, behind. So what do elevators do?
They move you up and down in buildings so you don't have to take the stairs.
That seems lazy.
Travis is just watching from he'll go to like one corner of the elevator and lean against it. He's not he's just a little pale and he's breathing and everything and he's just watching with this smile on his face as he leans against the side of the elevator watching the group.
Aiden, like, is involuntarily moving away from the vampire because it's so painful. My skin itches. Why does my skin itch?
What is Travis's banality? That's something we gotta figure out.
Yeah.
Yes, we do. It shouldn't be super high because he's not an elder.
Right. I think Toreadors are a little lower than most vampires.
Like the example Toreador Neonate, at least in the new book, is fucking banality 3.
Right. But until we get up,
Yeah.
hard to still live it.
I know it's for a fact, it's a thing in older editions of Changelings that Toreador are not super banal because there are Changelings that regularly interact with Toreador elders.
Yeah, but we still have to go by the house rules until updated. Even if I disagree with a bunch of them.
I'm heading over there now to check them out. Yeah,
First
I'll
question:
figure it
is
out.
he 100 years or older?
No.
Okay.
I'll figure them out. I'm gonna head over there and I'll figure those out, so we don't have to stop the scene.
Tony's still got mine set up, so she can. I don't know how changeling auras look. Is it just like super colorful?
It's colorful and chaotic when you look at I believe it's chaotic. When you look at Drayden.
I usually described as rainbows.
Yeah.
Rainbows.
Rainbow surrounding this guy.
Kinda.
They're under banality rules are under Changeling house rules, correct?
Yep.
Yes.
Thank you.
So Tony is just staring at Aiden, looking like super confused.
Like every changeling, there's a swirling mess around rainbows around them.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's more like she didn't think changelings were old and stuff like that. So she's really confused as to why one doesn't know what the hell an elevator is.
We'll see your confusion and say, he's been lost for quite a while.
I don't know what that means. I don't deal with you guys.
I was
very often.
fighting dragons and giants. I did that for a long time. Long time. Ooh, shiny.
Dude, Travis is actually less banal than a normal human. He will just look over and watch Aiden brow.
Let's be honest, Tony is probably more banal than Travis is.
Okay, where do we see this? Because I've never calculated Tony's finality before.
Here, I'll link it in the chat.
Okay,
Right here, I have it linked.
let me see. Actually, no. She's the same banality. She's banality 6 because she's a Euthanatos.
Then you have to. There's other things to incorporate too,
Oh.
like skills.
Oh shit! I didn't see all the stuff at the bottom.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
TLDR, nobody here is super banal.
Okay.
If you don't know what's on our list sheet. But yeah, she's not either. She's also the banality 6.
So yeah, we're actually easier to be around than people in the street.
Okay.
Alright, now that we got the banality figured out.
Yeah, Tony's actually banality 5.
Mm-hmm. I could have told you that because I know our craft skill is at least 4.
Yep.
So are we going again? You said a museum. Museums are what again? I wasn't paying too close attention.
We're already at the museum. We're going to a lounge.
Lounge. What is this word?
It's a place where people hang out and talk and eat.
You mean bar
You-
or tavern?
Yes, but private for supernatural beings only.
Okay. And he just starts looking at his reflection.
Yes, I noticed you all have been throwing that word around quite a lot. Now that we're in private, would one of you mind terribly filling me in?
Yes. As he nods his head. And then I'm going to spend a glamour and activate my weirding. And he just stretches his wings out. And then
You have
they
to
fluff back.
hold up. There's more to it than that. And the glamour and a willpower and roll willpower difficulty of glamour.
Willpower difficulty of glamour. Base is do. Let's roll 5d10. Difficulty 3. Oh, I did that wrong somehow.
We can still see.
Yeah, you got
Yeah,
5
yeah.
successes anyway.
Oh yeah.
So he pops a weird.
Travis looks him up and down and starts laughing. He throws his head back laughing. That big, booming laugh.
I would argue that since he's F6, that'll trigger another self-control roll.
Hey, I'm down because that will be fun if I fail that
Yeah.
roll.
So wait, what just happened? Because I got kicked out.
Sir Aiden popped a weird so that he could stretch his wings.
Oh, you got that merit too?
He has a flaw.
I have the flaw version. My wings are kind of broken.
Oh. See, my knocker has the merit. They should totally
You know,
like.
oh, sorry. Boss that roll because he's too busy laughing to be enchanted by it.
So Tony's gonna look at him because she's heard rumors of a changeling with some wings around here. She'll just say, "Wait, are you that guy that I was being told about the other day?"
I don't
That's
know.
Probably not. A night ago.
when he said they had wings. Is that like common for you guys?
It depends.
I don't see how it could depend. It's either common or it's not.
He'll look at you. So do all of you shift into giant furry things, or
That's actually perfect.
all of you?
You're referring to all the ones like me, please.
Well then, all the people with wings have wings.
Travis, after he stops, goes, well, now that we know there's the fairy, are you two fairies as well? He says, looking at Tony and...
You hear Art just start giggling. Like, this is a big man. Like, he has a huge size merit, and he's like 7 feet tall, and he just covers his face and starts giggling when he asks if they're fairies.
And it's like 7 feet tall. I was just talking about our lips. I think there's just looming over.
Actually, no, like, were you guys talking in character? I thought you guys were talking out of character.
No, we were talking in character.
In character,
Oh.
yeah.
What did you say then? Because I didn't hear.
This big, huge 7-foot guy starts giggling when you ask if the other two are fairies.
Oh, I meant before that.
Oh, before that, Arlette was like, well, either it's common or it's not. I don't see how having wings could be common or it could depend on whether it's common or not. and then they just kind of sassed each other for a little bit.
Okay, because I have acute senses hearing and aspects up, so
Yeah, no, you hear everything.
okay. So then his question about being fairies would just be directed to Tony, and he'd add at the end, because you certainly seem to have the along with the legends.
See, I can't tell if that's an insult or not because I'm a fair, or I'm not a fair. God, dude, sorry, ignore
I
that.
think that's an insult, though.
That was Kim messing up. She'll say, I wouldn't know if that's an insult or a compliment because I'm not a fairy and I don't know much about those guys. I am a mage. Thank you very much.
Oh, so you wear a wizard hat and go to Hogwarts and all that.
Does it look like I'm wearing a
Wonderful.
wizard hat or that I'm at Hogwarts?
I thought wizards actually did wear pointy hats. Why is she not wearing a pointy hat?
I don't wear a pointy. Okay, I kill people. I don't wear pointy hats.
Travis has a raised eyebrow. And you call me the immoral one. I've never killed a person in my life.
Okay, I've killed those who deserve it.
Well, you didn't specify, you just said you kill people.
To just try and say that I don't wear a pointy hat, that's silly. I've never met a mage who wears a pointy hat.
Well,
He like leans
it
over to
seemed-
the prince or the king or whatever. I have.
Oh no, sorry. Keep going.
he just, Travis just raises his other eyebrow and said, well, my dear, that is what we call a joke.
Does he know he's muted? He started talking and then he cut off all of a sudden and then was muted. I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Oh no, he said that was what we call a joke, and then he muted.
No, no, Jason.
My bad.
Sorry. I'm used to people calling me Grog. He leaned in closer to the king and goes, I've seen them with pointy hats.
And he's just gonna pat you on the head.
Like waves your hand away. Don't mess up my hair.
You can brush it. It is common hygiene practice to brush hair every day.
Yes, and you told me that bathing won't give me the ague. And that drinking water won't kill me. I don't believe it.
Very true. I promise.
Travis just looks at this dude for a moment. He has this look on his face. Actually, should probably roll subterfuge to hide it, because otherwise it's
Oh,
probably
I
going to get him in
forgot
trouble.
when I popped my mean, I was supposed to link something.
But yeah, he has this kind of look of it's just he can't believe. I got one success to hide his expression.
I'm gonna roll
You
for
look
him.
pretty hard.
Yep, same here. Perk empathy.
Yeah, you look hard enough. You can see he's just got this look of what the actual fuck is wrong with this person.
Aww. Okay.
Oh wow, Tony actually sees it.
I haven't put the frame sheet on this yet, so I don't know what his parking fee is.
Actually, that's on my computer. Awesome.
Yeah. Tony sees it. So yeah, Tony sees this expression on Travis's face is pretty much what the actual fuck is wrong with this dude.
Tony's just gonna kind of snicker.
And he will turn and look at Tony when she snickers because he heard that.
She's just got this face of,
Eyebrow.
yeah? Or, like, the look on her face is just like, yeah, I just snickered at you. What you gonna do about it?
He'll raise his eyebrow after saying that, he'll just smile. It's just one of those full grins. Not necessarily threatening, just a grin. Very cheery, happy grin.
Okay.
She'll give him a thumbs up. So, I don't think I've met any of you guys before, so we should probably actually formally introduce ourselves. I'm Antonia Zheng of the tradition called Thanatos or Chakravanti, depending on which way you want to go about it. House of Pinnacles. I go by Tony. Don't call me Antonia, please.
You can call me Travis. The illustrious clan Toreador. That would mean anything to you, of course. But I assure you, it's quite a symbol of prestige amongst my people.
No, I've heard of
It's also-
Torador before. Oh, my
Sorry.
bad, Kim.
The Baron will look forward and say it's also a common saying there's a staff up your asses.
I think that's the wrong clan for that, my dear.
You just called a 7-foot giant man, my dear.
Yes, he did, and I did that on purpose.
I am Marla's boyfriend. I am a Shadow Lord.
Oh, you would like our kingdom. He is kinfolk of your kind.
I've heard about him. I don't think I would.
No, will one of you please explain to me this house business that has been mentioned multiple times this evening?
Aye. As he stands up straighter, and you can hear the crazy leave his voice. I am Sir Aiden Ap Gwydion, noble knight of House Gwydion, and I am at none of your service, except you as he turns to the king.
Baron.
Baron, rather, excuse me.
Pleasure to meet you, I suppose.
Quite.
He outright rolls his eyes at that.
What he actually means about the houses, he'll say to Aiden, is the symbol we fall under for our accord. For example, you and I are the House of Cups. Tony is House of Pentacles. Arlette is House of Swords. And this gentleman is House of State. Each of the houses represents the Fae, the Hessian for House of Cups, the Magus for House of Pentacles, and the Swords for the Werewolves, and for the Vampires they are Stims.
Thank you.
Oh,
Now
let's
they
explain.
reached the lounge yet out of character because we've been in the elevator for 10 minutes.
Arthur's gonna look around. It's like, oh my, I forgot to push a button. And he'll lean over and hit the up button. And we're there within, really fast. Yay!
Tony, now that they're out of the elevator, she's gonna go over to the waffle maker and just say, Hello, my dearest friend. Can I get a chocolate waffle? Or like, waffle with chocolate chips or something in it?
Pops open with chocolate chips in it.
You're the best waffle maker ever. Thank you.
And homemaker will say, "It's no problem. I'm here to make waffles."
So, and she'll kind of lean over, because I'm assuming the toaster and the waffle maker are kind of close together. So she'll kind of lean over to the waffle maker and just say, "Is the toaster giving you any more shit?"
No, he's asleep right now.
I know, but when he wakes up.
I can manage.
Okay, I'm just saying, like, if he ever gets too annoying, he can be unplugged.
Travis will just go and find a place to sit. And he'll just sit. He'll like turn the chair to face the group and sit down. Stands to mention when he walks. Oh, sorry, Tiger. I did not mean to interrupt you.
I was just asking what I missed.
I also forgot to push the button. That's why they were in the elevator for so long.
But it does stand to mention when Travis walks, it's like he walks extremely like gracefully. Like it's something that you would notice. Hey, that's what I want to mention. That like it's just something that you would notice about him. It's hashtag dexterity5.
Only dexterity 5.
Only dexterity5, Kim.
Yeah, I guess now that they're in the lounge, Tony's gonna let Pelagius roam around. Then she'll look at everybody and say, "Please don't step on Pelagius."
Travis will look down at Pelagius, give him a nod, and say, "I would never. A pleasure to meet you," he says to Pelagius.
Tiger, I've never actually got this clarified. Would Dot 3 Familiar actually be able to speak, or do they require, like, Feral Whispers, Mind Magic, or the Bond?
I would actually have. The only one that can talk to your snake is you. So they would need feral whispers or the equivalent, yeah.
Okay.
Or Pelagius could talk to you and you could translate. But I mean, he's just being polite, because Travis is polite.
Yeah. Tony will look over and says, Pelagius says hello.
He nods. I do promise I will not stop on you.
Thank you.
Then he'll turn back to watch the rest of the group.
So,
Has anyone explained to Travis what Gels actually is?
yeah,
Okay.
while they're in the elevator. So, ours is going to make a glass of water and set it down in front of Aiden. This is going to be interesting.
He just looks at it, looks back, looks at it, looks back.
I would like if you drink the water.
I would also like to not die, though.
You are not going to die.
Everyone knows water gives you the ague.
It's untrue. That is not the case anymore.
Aiden, I don't know if like what this. Oh wait, no, you need matter to be able to give the sight. So she'll scratch that. My bad.
Arth will look over for 400 years.
Travis kind of he just chuckles. Where he's sitting.
Let's see, that was in 17. 1730. You can see him like literally doing math, like on his fingers. 1730. When did I leave? 1717? The year of our Lord? Well, sometimes it was known as that. Ooh, shiny. Shiny.
Arth is going to move the glass of water back in front of him when he moves. Please drink this.
Or alternatively, you could simply go without drinking for the rest of your life. It's a very good thing to do.
You would die of
Very-
dehydration.
That's why you drink beer or ale.
I mean, Travis did have a very sarcastic cant to his voice when he said that. Terfuge.
Arth will say, I would not be above giving you orders to drink this water. So whether you would like it to be an order from your Baron to drink this water, or would you like to do it on your own?
I'm gonna give you a perception keening roll to try to figure out whether you're lying to him. Are you? Like, do I even have to roll?
No, you don't even have to roll. He is being 100% serious right now. Like, he gets down on your level and says this from your face.
He squints. This kills me. I'm going to be very cross with you.
It will not kill you.
Yes, we've advanced quite a bit in the last 400 years or so. Water is perfectly safe to drink, I can assure you.
I mean, not entirely. Have you heard of OOC, just to make sure it's Flint, Michigan, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, it is from Michigan.
I'll say not entirely true. There is have you heard of the stuff going down in Flint, Michigan? With the
But that is the case of the government willfully harming its citizens. That's not standard for the rest of the world.
Well, this is Hong Kong.
It's true.
Like, he hasn't stopped staring at Aiden until he drinks the water.
He takes a tiny sip and then puts it back down. Yeah. You know what's better than water? Wine, and beer, and ale, and dwarven mead.
If you have a problem with the taste of water, you can put a flavor pack in it.
I'm gonna what now?
The flavor pack purifies the water to prevent it from getting illnesses. He'll just reach around in the cabinet and like grab strawberry and dump it in his drink. And it turns the water pink. It also makes it taste better.
So does Crush Mint leaves as he takes a drink of it. What is this strange substance? Tastes like a berry.
Made out of berries. Kind of like wine is made out of berries.
Travis sighs and takes a deep, like smell, like sniff of the air. See if you can catch a hint of the cup.
I will have to get more of these packets. I think you called them. As I do not wish to get the Og.
What is the Og?
It is illness from drinking the water and dying.
Yes. One would. How do I put this politely? He does, but I don't know how. Because he can't botch etiquette rolls. In the politest way possible, he's going to tell you that you crap yourself to death.
See that? That sounds more like
Ebola? Is that what you're going to say?
no, Ebola's something entirely different.
Montezuma.
Oh my bad.
Montezuma's revenge.
Yes, because the thing we need him thinking is that an angry god is causing him to die.
I mean, honestly, if you defecate yourself to death after drinking water, that sounds more like some sort of parasite. And from drinking unpurified water. But the thing is now, this is like the 21st century, so we are able to purify our water. So that usually doesn't happen.
Travis just leans back in his chair. Yes, it's so nice having the trappings of the modern world, isn't it? You have heating in your house, you have lights. So much better.
Lights can be done with candles. Can be done with aether fire. Heat can also be done with aether fire. Or dragon's breath.
That runs the risk of burning something down with open flames. With a light bulb, you don't have as much as a risk as long as your electrical wiring is done correctly. And you're not a fuckwit.
Okay, this might be a bit where the Don Quixote syndrome can come in. Where, like, you might think they trap, like, the flies inside the glass to give them lighting.
Yeah. Why would you put fireflies in a glass object to make light? Surely aether flame would be so much better. And would give off multicolored light of different hues. Or dragon's flame, which would keep everyone warm in the household.
Because we're modern people who don't need to believe in fairy tales. That's why, my boy.
Oh, that's a roll for me. Hold on.
Oh boy!
Yep, that's a. Can I actually attack him in this place?
You
No.
can.
Okay.
Nope.
You see
it's
him
basically a monk.
literally get bigger for a second and then get smaller. And the werewolf would see like almost a frenzy happen.
Dude got swole.
Yeah, he did.
Travis just raises an eyebrow at that.
I would take kindly to you not insulting us since we are anything of fairy tales, much like yourself.
My dear, I'm not a fairy tale.
You're a
A
vampire?
horror story. Yes, my dear, she gets it. He smiles.
I wouldn't really call you guys fairy tales. I mean,
Exactly. Or a horror story.
or not horror stories, because you guys aren't, I don't know, in the books you aren't all that scary. I mean, you kind of freaked out, little medieval villages and stuff for a while there, but
I mean, I'm not scary. Um,
you are kind of pompous.
Or let's just kind of nodding at that one.
Tony's gonna
And the Baron, the person that calls himself a Baron, is nodding.
Tony's gonna give them both finger guns. I mean, like, not gonna lie, everyone who enters this lounge is considered a fairy tale. We have fairies. We have weird mortals connected, to these great magical beings that give us woozy powers. Then we have rage monsters that turn into big floofy things. And then we got you guys.
Which you can shift shapes.
Mm.
You just can't attack anybody.
Travis just laughs at that. My, this night is very, very, very entertaining. All of you.
Well, I would invite you to leave. You won't be missed.
No, I don't think I will.
Oh, I'm in the city.
Why, is it yours? He looks him up and down. I think you're the wrong skin color for that, my dear.
Leader, did you find a sheet?
I mean,
Get him in your old computer. Should be on there. Sorry, I can't find a sheet.
All good.
it's okay.
Someone's using Sovereign.
I mean, Sovereign can be resisted by spending a willpower.
I'm talking. Oh, you can't use arts and cantrips here upon other
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. That's the thing. Anyways, he's probably just gonna do like a charisma intimidation roll.
No, it was more of a subterfuge roll.
That's still technically a hostile act, so now you couldn't even do that.
Yeah.
I'm the one who has to pay attention to how that actually works because a fucking mage did it.
Don't you just love us mages?
I mean, Travis was told he can't be harmed here, so. And, he just got it proven, so he wants to learn.
That demonstrates how I feel towards some of my players. Things.
Don't you
Is it
just
like-
love us? At least we aren't all that bad. Like, we could be worse.
I just like being angry.
You and Tim, the salt monsters.
Like most of us on staff are pretty salty.
Yeah. But basically, one of
That
my
picture.
up so that that he can't tell that Arthur's basically telling him to go fuck himself by going off and dying.
I mean, I can roll that for. I'm gonna be that dude, that dick. Perception, empathy.
I'm gonna roll my perception keening.
There it is.
How do I do the difficulty on the?
You put an F and then the difficulty number after the
Cool.
F.
Thank you.
No problem.
Okay, so wait, we're all doing, it's perk empathy, right?
Mm-hmm. Unless you're Gwydion and have magical Gwydion powers. You're lying to me, boy.
You don't actually want him to go die in a hole, do you? Oh, wait, no, yes, you do.
Alright, so he got 2 successes on his lion roll.
I only got one. Because one.
Yeah, we all got one. Damn.
One, which is all I need. Oh, she really does want him to go die in a hole. Damn.
But Travis said,
Sexist to know.
That's his house. His house boon.
Oh, okay.
And I tied with him, but I have seasoned the edge, so I win.
Yeah, no, basically he's telling this guy to go off and fuck himself and die.
Oh, okay, cool.
Without actually telling
hires.
And, you know.
Yeah, Travis will just look him up and down after he says you should go like leave the city or wherever he senses. Why is it your city?
No, it's just a particular thing that happens when people leave. I.e. them leaving.
Tony, who knows what happens when people try to leave the city, is gonna look over and just kind of be like, damn.
I might have to roll another minute sub for that. Would you mind?
Yeah, that's okay.
Well, I think I like it here, you know.
So,
For a while, so I don't think I really want to leave.
Oh boy, does Tony see?
No, I have to spend this as well.
I got 3 successes this time.
for Travis?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, basically he's just telling you to fuck off and die.
Miles.
Like the polite political way.
Oh my. You sound like you've been hanging around with some of my brothers and sisters. And he just applauds very quietly with his gloved hands.
Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention this, but there is a giant metal block just hanging off his hip. When he came in, it was a giant fucking hammer, but he took the handle off and like hung the thing on his hip.
Okay.
And trust me, that thing looks heavy AF.
I mean, Travis was told you like literally can't hurt someone in here, so he just is giving 0 fucks.
I wonder if you talked to your prince. Have you gotten permission to live in the city yet?
Well, that's none of your business, now is it? Your leaders do, and you don't ask about what mine do. He smiles.
Well, according to the accord where we all play nice, you know, I figured I'd be nice. Make sure you live.
That is so caring of you. You have my deepest and most sincere thanks.
By the way, for Aiden, the character, you realize politics are as nasty as they ever been.
Now I remember why I
They're
left for the
probably
deep dreaming.
nastier. Huh?
And now I remember why I left for the deep dreaming.
They're probably nastier now than they were 400 years ago.
Travis is just gonna like look around, and there's a board with names and numbers of all the speakers on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't the prince the speaker for Staves?
Nope.
Or is that
No,
Satoshi?
it is.
No, that is yes.
Okay, Satoshi gets a text.
What does it say?
It says, here, told I need to speak to you to speak to the prince. Because I actually had a character I had forgotten. That's like something I need to set up in the scene.
You will get a text message back saying, I wish you would give me more information than that. I have no name, and this is an unrecognized number.
The text you get back is, figured it wasn't safe to give too much info.
Then, where are you? I can come and speak.
You get the reply. He gets the reply that he is at the museum.
Okay, boys.
Sorry, kid.
Oh no, it's all good.
Tony could step out for whatever and come
Yeah.
back if she wants.
Tony is gonna
Can
pick
get
up.
raging drunk for a few minutes.
Right. So Tony's gonna pick up Pelagius and just kind of look around and say, "Well, it's been fun and all, but I forgot I need to go finish working on a sword, and the contract came in a couple days ago, and I gotta finish, honing the edge. So peace."
Travis
By the
will
way,
wave goodbye to Pelagius, and he will say goodbye to Pelagius.
For Kiln, that hammer is a fucking masterpiece of blacksmithing.
Okay, so before Tony leaves, she's just gonna lean over to the dude and be like, "Got a nice hammer there."
That's what all the women say to him, though.
He does not mean it as an innuendo, Tony. He is
Wait,
not up to date.
oh well,
Go ahead.
but yeah, bye. And she'll just kind of walk out. And then, because Toshi's probably like at a board meeting or something. I don't know. He does boring shit like that. So about like 5 minutes later, they'll just kind of walk in.
And if he's a Torador, immediately roll.
As
Nope,
vampire,
he's not
or
Torador.
is Ventru.
Okay.
Boss ass Vin.
Travis looks at him, stands up very elegantly, and walks over to speak to him.
By the way, you have a fave here that's Pop the Weird.
So yeah, when he walks in, Satoshi's just kind of like gonna look at everybody, see that he knows absolutely no one here. There's a really hot dude with some wings. Satoshi like, damn son. He doesn't say that. And then I'll just look to Travis when he walks over and say, I am assuming you are the one who messaged me?
Yes, could we take this to a slightly more private location?
Well, this is not my building, but I'm sure there is a alcove somewhere.
He'll tilt his head. I will follow.
Okay, so I guess they're gonna like go down the go out of the lounge, down the thingy. What is that called? It's called an elevator. I got it. And then probably somewhere, like on the main floor. It's an occult museum, but it's like super late at night, so I'm assuming there's not a lot of people there. So Satoshi will just kind of lead him to maybe like an empty exhibit.
He'll just stand there and look at the exhibit as he waits for Satoshi to give him permission to speak.
Satoshi will look at him and say, "You are new in this city, but I would like to know your name.
Travis Knight, Clan Toreador, child of Annabelle Page.
He'll nod. I am Hironori Satoshi, Clan Ventru. Sires Awazaki Mikumi. And I'm not sure if you know this, but I do have the prestigious sire merit, so.
He will nod.
I will tell the prince that there is someone that needs to be recognized in the city. We should do that fairly soon. Probably now would be a good idea. And then he'll pull out his phone and text the prince. But since Brent is tired, I will just. Yeah.
If you want, they can like head off to do that, and I can bring in Aiden, and you can bring in like Tony or Alistair if you want. If you're down with that, I'm down.
Yeah,
either
that's
way.
fine with me. Because, yeah, you should probably like get introduced like your first night, otherwise shit could get kind of bad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Awesome. And yeah, he'll head off with Satoshi, having successfully salted at everyone. And I gotta pull up the other dude. Tiger. Do you want to say his mentor tracked him down and they've like told him about the museum or something?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's good.
Okie dokie. Just so I have a reason where he can show up. Okay, so yeah. Where's his appearance? And this dude shows up at the museum to ask for a key card.
And Alistair probably walked in at the same time. We'll just kind of wave.
I'll give a friendly
Okay.
wave.
I might
Sorry.
need Alistair to, if you want, a perception or alertness.
Okay, that's fine. Shit, now I gotta pull up this dude's sheet. Where did I put it? There it is. So, perk alert. Okay.
Invalid dice code.
That's reason.
Okay.
I got one success.
Do you notice something in the corner of your eye? The weapons locker? Is in fact a handle to a Baron's hammer.
Would Alistair know this? Like, would Nathan have told him about all of that? Because he is, like, freshy.
Yeah, he would have given you a rundown of the power players,
Yeah.
ways to identify them. For example, Art's giant fucking hammer.
Okay.
But the head of the hammer is missing.
Alistair's gonna stand there and he's gonna stare at it. And inside his mind, he's just like, do I want to deal with this today? Because those upper assholes are assholes. And then he'll just shrug and he'll walk to the elevator and stick the card in. As he's doing that, though, he'll look over at Aiden and just kind of say, yo, if you need a way up, you know, you can hop in here too.
This is in a very...
Sorry.
Oh, sorry, Kim.
Yeah, he would have gotten a card. Sorry, I should have said that earlier.
Okay, all good. Thank you. And he'll say in a very British accent, oh, thank you. I'll be heading up with you, I suppose, then.
Cool. I'm Alistair.
Aiden, pleasure to meet you. No, I think I just got to bite the bullet and give him a Scottish accent, because if I tried to do an English accent, that's what I end up doing.
Good to meet you, Aiden.
What?
Oh, yeah. And then I guess they'll get up there then.
Okay.
Uh.
Dude has a weird plot. He's got his freaking wings out.
They're all broken and kind of
Standing with the head of the
weird.
hand. Yeah.
Alistair seeing the wings is gonna be like, "Hey, I'm not the only one."
Aiden just looks at him. What?
He'll point to the modeled owl wings on his back, and like he'll turn around and he'll kind of do a little shake and show them off, and kind of flap them around a little bit, and be like, "We got wings. I've never seen another one with wings." Then again, I haven't seen a lot of us, so that could be a thing. But hey, you got some too.
Yep.
Yeah. The dude who walked in with Alistair, he's 5'4", 5'5" dude. He's got a beard. He's wearing a cloak and a trench coat. Like, it looks really weird. He's got his sleeves actually rolled up because he rolled them up while in the elevator because it's probably pretty warm in here. His arms are all scarred up with runes literally carved into his arms. And he's got very nice bright blue eyes. Kind of looks around at everyone, kind of curious.
Actually, you'll see ours smile warmly and greet you.
I'll greet him. Actually, should check his banality.
I was actually talking about Alistair.
Okay, sorry. I
You're
got
alright.
confused.
I should have specified. That's my bad.
Alistair will kind of he'll look a little like deer in the headlights, like, "Oh dear God, this dude just talked to me. He's got a big ass hammer, and like he's high up. What did I do? Is he wanting to eat me?"
By the way, in his theming, he's like 9 feet tall.
Dear God.
And his he is 7 feet.
By the way, for the Aiden is to make sure I have everything on a sheet that would affect that, he is banality 4.
Get it.
So he's very nice to be around.
Sweet. So, and then like after that moment of initial panic and shock, Alistair will wave and say, "Hello."
I hear you're new to the city. I know it's quite confusing.
Yeah, a little bit, a lot of it. People hurt. I've never experienced, that kind of really sucks.
Peasants do hurt.
Why do you gotta call him? What?
He's been lost in the deep dreaming for 400 years. He doesn't know common decency yet.
I know common decency. Peasants are peasants.
Alistair's gonna text Nathan and just be like, "The hell is the deep dreaming? And can we actually live for like 400 years?"
Nathan's just gonna text back like, "Yo, where you at?"
Museum. There's like this really hot dude and a really tall dude.
Alright, cool. I'll be there here in a little bit.
Okay.
And Arlette's gonna walk out saying it's been a pleasure to meet all of you. But
And you said Shadow Lord. Yes, he kind of scratches his head like he's trying really hard to remember that word. Or did he say Shadow Lord?
Earlier, yes.
Aiden is just looking at the tall, pretty motherfucker, like, really, really confused.
Yeah.
Uh,
Charlotte,
because he's probably met Faye before, but he's probably never seen a Faye meme.
Charlotte will leave. Nathan will walk in.
Oh, Arth isn't the one with the thingy up. That's gonna be Hastings with the thingy up. Aiden.
Yeah,
the kid.
he's still never seen one. He's like probably met Faye, but he's would have never seen like a Faye meme unless they enchanted him.
Yeah, Nate is going to walk in. He's be like, "Hey, what's going on in here?"
Yo.
I am meeting new people. That is what is
See.
happening.
Our friend here just walked out of the dream for the first time in 400 years.
Does he know about the right ignorance?
He did it while we were in the elevator.
There are still cameras in here.
That's true. He's just like, the Baron will look at him, you should knock off the same meme.
Why? I see no people.
400 years.
There are magic surveillance scrying devices in this room, and we believe in the right to ignorance, and we would rather this, and he'll point at your hole. We'd rather this not get out.
Then we should find the magicians and do something about that.
It's not our place. We are allowed in here, so it's... Yeah.
But they are scrying us. That means they need personal items, doesn't it?
It just is so they can make sure nothing's getting busted and broken.
Aiden has his arms crossed, watching this she.
So, to explain, like, what Aiden is seeing whenever Nathan walks in, since he can see into the dreaming, he'll see his family. He's pretty clearly a knocker. He's a little pudgy. Think JonTron, but with paler skin and the spirals on his face and everything, and stark white hair that's sticking straight back up. He's also in House Dougal colors, wearing kind of like a jumpsuit. I'm talking about Aiden the Fairy, yeah. And he's got the House Doodle regalia on as well.
So many rules. So many strange rules. Have to hide. Have to wear strange clothing. Have to drink water. So strange.
We found him magic flavor packets that purifies the water to prevent illness.
Oh, good. I'm glad he's discovered them.
Yes, otherwise I would have died.
Now if only we can convince him to shower.
I apologize. I should have introduced myself. I'm Sir Nathaniel Adams at Dougal.
You see his jaw kind of drop for a second, but since he can't botch an etiquette roll, it comes back up. Excuse me, but I think I may have gone crazy for a second. You said, sir.
As in night, yes.
Yes.
He just has this look of utter confusion on his face now.
Because he looks confused, Alice is just gonna look over at Nathan and just be like, is there something weird with that?
it's still not super common that us, he'll kind of do finger quotes, commoner kids make it into any sort of title. I'm assuming it was even less so back when he was around.
Oh, so he's one of those with the. Oh. Really?
Yes, I am extremely old, apparently.
Yeah, but
I prefer fighting dragons, to be honest.
Alistair's gonna look to Nathan. There are dragons?
Yes, yes, there are. Some are very nice, others not so much.
This. So, our school jester to the Alistair Knocker character is a newly chrysalist.
I
So-
remember my chrysalis. That's been ages ago.
Alistair's just gonna give a thumbs up. And because I keep forgetting to do this, but you're new, Alistair's got ruddy red skin, white hair, pointed ears, violet eyes, big pair of wings that aren't broken. And he's wearing like jeans and a pirate shirt. You know, the little like frilly, ruffly white shirt.
Since I got my fave meme popped, I should probably go over what I look like. I completely forgot about that. Aiden looks like a knight kitted out for war, except for the whole lack of weapons. I posted it earlier. Like he's wearing full plate and has wings popped out the back and has white hair, long pointed ears, emerald blue eyes, like the actual color of the gemstones, and pale white skin. And he looks very pretty.
Oh, one more thing I forgot to mention. While his skin is white, his face looks like it's been painted white, and there are like swirls all over it, like not just on his cheeks, but like swirls in the paint showing the red underneath, all on his face.
Aiden, Aiden is going to walk over to like the sink and splash some water over his eyes as a focus for mind sight because he's really fucking confused.
Lieutenant,
Sight?
mine one does not allow you to see Famings or the Dreaming.
No, just RS, right?
Yes, okay, just making sure, 'cause some people think it.
Yeah, that's a
it'll
nuance. And that's a diff 3 roll for sights, correct?
It is generally diff 4, but if you take your time, then I can lower it to diff 3. 'Cause it's 3 plus the level of the sphere.
Okay.
Or if you're in a personalized or unique focus.
Okay, no. Yeah, I'll roll a diff 4.
Alright.
Successes. So yeah, he just like the water in his face. He then clears it from his eyes before opening them with the mind side up. I'll put one into effect, one into duration.
Okay.
So he'll look, see the swirling colors, and go, fuck.
Fuck what?
Or whom?
Certainly not you, that's for certain. I know, I've heard the
Why?
stories.
I know.
He backs to the other side of the room. He's on the other side of the room now from all of the Fae.
You okay there?
Just heard enough stories. I'll be over here if you need me. He like sits as far away from the Fae as he can in the room.
We don't kidnap babies, if that's what you're thinking.
Don't tell Gravedigger that though. He still thinks I drink virgin's blood, and in the most beautiful of all of time.
Huh.
You see him start giggling again. For those who saw him earlier. So just like covering his face like this and scratch up his shoulders.
See, why does he believe that we do this? Because I've never heard these stories before.
Because sometime in the distant past, we may have made war on people like him. You and
No.
I,
I was gonna say, it's because he has bad, really bad library that doesn't have good information.
well,
The conversation, read some books for a while.
I didn't I don't think Alistair and them introduced. Yeah, he'll just say, not for Aiden over there, for Gravedigger, I was curious as to why he thought us, and he'll motion to Nathan and himself while he believes us, or we, drank blood and we're the hottest of our, the changelings. Then he just explained because bad books.
You know what I forgot? There's a giant fucking dog. You know the ones that are meant to hunt bears?
Yes.
Arth. In the dreaming.
Alistair's just gonna say, he's gonna point over to it and say, "Can I pet him?"
Arth will look down at the dog. Would you be alright with that, my friend? And the dog looks up and nods. I prefer scritches behind the ears, says the dog.
Oh my god, the dog talks. I love him. Nathan, can I get one?
You can try to find you one, I guess. And you can try to convince it to be your friend.
I will. This is my new mission in life. So he's gonna walk over to the dog and kneel down and start scratching this dog.
Aiden, for his part, is watching all of you super suspiciously.
I can't remember. Do I have to roll to stop the weird, or do I just will it away? I can't.
You just will it away.
Yeah.
He kind of sighs and folds up his wings behind him a little bit, and then slowly his hair changes colors to a dark black-ish color. His ears shrink. His eyes go to still the same color blue, but he eventually looks more human. But his cloak and necklace don't go away.
Which are made out of bones, right?
Scale and bones. So you could, if you didn't know any better, it looked like alligator skin and, just large teeth from something.
Aiden is gonna text his mentor and say, "Are the fairies supposed to be in this place?"
And you'll get a response back saying that yes, there is for all intents and purposes, a non-aggression agreement between the various supernaturals in the city.
I was gonna say, so they're not gonna do like at home and pull all the stupid shit pranks, right?
Right.
He goes, "Thank you." And after that, he'll slowly approach. So you guys see him text for a few minutes and slowly approach, slightly closer.
Don't worry, we don't bite. We're not red caps.
He smells the biting I'm worried about, Bill.
Sorry, I missed that.
And he said it's not the biting I'm worried about, though.
Oh. What is it you're worried about?
He kind of thinks for a moment before he responds. Well, where are you coming from? You're kind of crazy, so we tend to keep our distance.
Nathan's just gonna kind of roll his eye.
Do you think he means Bedlam? Oh, wait, shiny lights. Who keeps turning on the lights?
Alistair's gonna lean over to Nathan and kind of whisper and say, so wait, this guy looks down on us because we're quote-unquote commoners, yet he's talking about some lights being turned on and is generally acting kind of crazy. Is this like normal?
And it tends when you don't have any contact with the mortal side of things for a while.
Oh, okay.
It's a balancing act.
He sighs and goes over to get like a glass of water and takes a sip. He's got his back to the counter so that he's not got his back to any of you. And the whole time he would have been like not turning his back to you when he went over there. With his water and watches.
Do many things come here? He looks at the Baron that are strange and or prissy.
And what? Oh, see?
He said strange and or prissy.
I don't want to talk. He just says under his breath.
Nathan's gonna go over and start popping a bag of popcorn. This is gonna be good.
And once again, he
So,
gets bigger and gets smaller.
Aiden just narrows his eyes. You're gonna go crazy on me. That's what you're gonna do when someone talks shit, huh? Well, I can tell you, you'd have a hard time living in anywhere.
No, not really.
What are you saying, Tiger?
After the bag is finished popping, he will walk back over next to Alistair, open it, and offer some popcorn to Alistair.
oh, you guys didn't. Y'all guys didn't hear what R said. So
What did he say?
he turns to Harry Aiden and says, "Well, since you're here, Chrissy, yes."
Oh. Yeah, Alistair is definitely taking some of that popcorn and watching all of this.
He just looks dubious at him and then like points to where his house symbol would be for a second, realizing that his flaming isn't active again. Just continues looking at you, kind of like, are you really that stupid?
Which one? Out of character.
Towards the Duke who said that to him.
Okay.
Baron, which is higher than a knight.
Mm-hmm.
I think that the Baron was talking to Joey Aiden, not Grog Aiden.
No.
See, this
he
is
was
confusing as fuck.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Things, yeah, she did. She did specify. Kim did say Fairy Aiden.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Verbena Aiden is just—he's got his arms crossed now. He's just watching. He set his glass down. He's got his arms crossed with these scars very prominent, and is just watching.
Oh, by the way, Arth is wearing a town turner from Harry Potter. And in the dreaming, that thing looks fucking terrifying.
Wait, he's got a what?
He's got the little time turner, like the little hourglass thing from Harry Potter.
Oh, okay.
As a necklace.
If you didn't notice, nowadays we respect title over house.
Nathan's gonna raise a hand.
Yeah.
Aiden like
Alright.
points to him.
Leonin. Ideal.
There's a few houses we're not okay with, but
Alistair will raise his hand and say, "What are these like? What are those houses? Because I only know of Nathan's house. I don't really know much about these others."
Yes, please enlighten us. I'd love to learn more. Comes the very annoyed reply from over where the mage is.
Alistair's gonna throw a piece of popcorn at him.
I think he's gonna be like, Alistair, I'll tell you when there's not an outsider here.
yes, I was
Okay.
just about to suggest.
Okay.
Nathan stops looking at him. Aiden will wink at Alistair.
Alistair's gonna. He's gonna just narrow his eyes at you for a moment, take a bite of popcorn, and then after he thinks about it for a moment, he'll just wink back.
And then he'll just grin before turning back to look at the she and the other one, the other Duke, or the Baron. I mean,
I mean, technically, since you are in Bedlam, I can strip you of your title until you're cured.
His brow really furrows at that. First, you'd have to prove that.
Nathan's just gonna say, okay, if either of you two, all due respect, right? If either of you two have this big problem with each other, you can handle it, as often gets handled in political things. You guys can duel it out or whatever. It's not the time. And I know something about time, because I made clocks.
Aiden just nods. And he goes, "Now there's one of the fair folk with a solid head on their shoulders." Because hashtag Verbena don't give a fuck about title.
Kinda.
Once all this is over, Alistair's gonna take another bite of popcorn, but then he's gonna walk over and he's gonna start making a pot of coffee.
Now that everyone has decided to get all the, annoyance and general uneasiness out of their systems, would anyone mind telling me what this bloody thing is about houses that I was told of?
Oh, yeah, sure. So there's 4 houses. House of Cups, which are us Bay folk. House Pentacles, which I believe is You're a mage, right? He'll kind of give Bing grins.
Aye, there been a tradition.
Gotcha. There are, so yeah, your House of Tentacles. There are the House of Staves, which are the vampires. The House of Swords, which are the various shifters. We all just kind of get along with each other because the technocracy is in the city and pulling some bad stuff.
Hey, thank you.
Yep, no problem.
So then he'll grab another glass of water, take a sip.
Did you hit the roof? Okay. Did you start something cold?
I guess by now the coffee's done, so Alistair will make himself a massive cup. And then with the little bit that's left in the pot, he'll just look around to everybody and say, anybody want some?
I'll take some.
Yes, please.
Aiden will say, "Oh, thank you, but thank you for the offer."
Not a problem. And then Alistair will we'll ask them, coffee, creamer, etc., or sugar, cream, yeah, something like that. And, make the coffee and then bring it over to Nathan and Baron, dude.
Nathan will say he takes his blackest night, sweetest sin.
Oh, the same. He'll say. I must confess, my wife doesn't absolutely hates when I do that.
Drink coffee?
No, say what you said.
Ah, gotcha.
Yep, and Alistair will fix it up and bring it over to him.
So Alistair will, or not, god damn it. Too many A names. So, sit down at one of the tables. And I'll kind of like put his cloak back and round at the group. So, this alliance has come to be because of the technocracy. How's that front going?
Well, you asked the wrong set of people.
We can't much go towards them, otherwise we tend to,
Lose the supernatural side of ourselves.
that's a word for it. That's several words for it, in fact.
Alright. So, where I come from, there's a similar sort of thing that we got going. Because, where I come from, they're taking over our homeland. So, how have you guys been fighting them? What have you been doing to stop them?
I mean, we just sort of said we can't really mess with them too much because we die when we're close to them.
Well, I mean,
What the young one said. The
We're
childling.
kind of in a support role right now.
well, but I assume you know something about what the other houses have been doing to fight them.
Yes, we've captured one of the facilities controlling the wall around the city. Need to find access to the two other facilities in order to take down the wall. We would also like to take down Novatech, the headquarters that the technocracy is hiding behind.
Very well. Well, I'm no battle wizard, but if you need someone to help you patch up after a fight, I'll see what I can do.
A healer, I'm guessing?
Sort of. I'm still learning about magic. I can't quite touch other patterns yet, but I have some skill.
You keep saying this word, technocracy. What is that?
The literal embodiment of banality, who wishes to erase all creativity from the world.
In other words, they're what happens when you let a bunch of big-headed bastards like the Order of Hermes be in power for a couple hundred years.
Damn, that sounds like a really salty story right there.
Well, I mean, that and the whole advent of Christianity destroying my people. I think there's a bit of salt there. And then he grins at Alistair. Like his expression goes from frowning old man to just grinning.
Alistair's just gonna give him a thumbs up and take a sip of coffee.
And then, out of a little, out of his pocket, one of the pockets in the trench coat, pop out a little black furred head. There's a little cat pops its head out of his coat pocket, like it's a kitten-sized cat. And just looks around at everyone.
Oh, cat. Maya?
He'll nod after looking down at the cat for a second. And yeah, when Arth like pets the cat, it'll like crawl out of Aiden's pocket because the kitten is very friendly.
Awesome. Oh, darn it. I missed our birthday, like. Yeah, no. His birthday was on the 2nd. Gosh. I forgot.
Who?
The Baron that's here as an NPC.
Oh,
I mean, he could always throw a big changeling party like on the weekend to celebrate his birthday. That's a totally legit thing he would probably do.
Oh, by the way, this dude, this big ass dude, is definitely German. It's like blonde. He's got green eyes instead of blue, but
So,
is that something you guys be interested in? Would that be something you guys would be interested in? For
Court scene?
no? Okay. Alright, anyways, back to the scene.
Aiden will just clear his throat. Real talkative bunch.
Kind of hard to talk about things amongst others at times.
About something normal, like, the weather, how your parents are doing, simple things like that. Oh, wait, you probably don't have parents, that's right. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
That's-
they're dead. You know, that happens.
like, I
People
still
like you grow old and die.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, dude. I still have my parents. I was born to parents. Like, I talk to them every now and then.
I was talking more about him, since, he's one of the really old things I was told.
By the way, this guy, the PC looks about 57. 57?
Yes, I believe you're correct. Yeah, his apparent age is 57.
Okay. My character looks about 30.
Takes another sip from his water, then leans back, crosses his arms.
But no, I was born just like anyone, and I'll die one day, very far from now, probably. But I will die.
Aiden just thinks very salty thoughts to himself about annoying elves thinking they're better than everyone. And then just takes a long sip from his drink, so he isn't tempted into saying any of those things. And I'll set his top down and, well, it's nice to know at least something about all this insanity is somewhat normal. Zane turns to Alistair. You're doing well.
Sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, he just said, I trust your parents are doing well. Just like being friendly, conversation, trying to start a conversation.
I assume so. I mean, like, I haven't been able to talk to him since I got here.
Yes, there is a communication blackout because of the technocracy.
Hey, that definitely sounds like it could be a problem. They haven't. Sorry.
Oh, he was just saying, yeah.
Probably. I probably could set something up, but I don't think you'd be able to. We'd have to send. Thinking. Like, he trails off as he starts thinking in his own head. Well, lovely meeting all of you, he says as he stands up. But I think I need to go find somewhere to sleep for the evening, so wonderful evening, and I'll talk to you later. He says as he starts heading for the door.
I mean, like, if you need a place to stay, like, I got room. And so you can, like, find a place.
No, yes, certain. I have someone with me, and we just arrived here, yes, a week ago or so. I don't have a name on anything, so.
I mean, I don't care. Like, if you need a place to stay, like, we should, like, help each other out instead of being, so salty all the time like we were, 5 minutes ago.
Nods after a moment. Thank you, then. I'll find Donella, and we'll get a hold of you. So he'll like write down his phone number, give it to Alistair.
Yep. And Alistair will give him his as well.
Okay. Yeah.
Changing numbers.
And then Aiden is gonna head out to find his mentor. So I'm on mute.
Aiden just looks like directly at Alistair and like shakes his head. That wasn't exactly the brightest idea.
And why not?
They tend to use us, or they did at one point.
And you believe I am not capable of being smart enough to, or of not being smart enough to not be used?
Magic is magic.
And a bomb is a bomb. He tries to do anything, it won't be pretty for him.
I do not know what this bomb is, but I assume it is some type of weapon.
Yes.
Do you remember rumors of black powder?
Yes. I remember those.
Objects made out of black powder.
It'd be very volatile then. Cause lots of noise.
Yeah.
And lots of smoke.
Don't really use black powder too much nowadays. You have, the synthetic materials and everything. So that they tend not to be so loud depending on exactly how you create it and what you use and how you apply it.
Still, magic can do many things just like our arts with our glamour. It is not safe to be around them. Some of them become very banal over time.
So would you prefer I just let someone stay on the streets and roam around trying to find a place to sleep instead of being helpful?
If you wish to be helpful, you could find out something about his kind. The House of Pentacles, like, find numbers. Get one of their kind to deal with this situation.
Or I could let one of their kind stay at my home, and then I can ask questions and learn.
Like a spy who say to Aiden.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. What did you say?
Ours will seem like a spy to Aiden.
Spy. It's not exactly the most honorable thing to do.
In times of war, we have to do what we can.
And the elevator dings, and a pregnant woman walks in eating a cheeseburger. Then
But are we at war? He's war, and he stops and turns and looks.
No, you're not at war, but is it still not good to know what they are capable of doing?
I cannot tell you. For all my years, I try to stay away from them and others. Much safer in the deeper dreaming.
Elizabeth takes a bite of her cheeseburger and says, "Well, this is a conversation I just walked into."
Yes, the safety concerns, issues, things about the deep dreaming would make many a conversation, I believe.
She scratches her head with her other hand from it. Dreaming. I don't think I've heard that term before. For a cheeseburger.
He looks over at
Hello.
the Baron. I'm not sure how to explain that then.
Elizabeth, I hope you're doing well.
I'm doing all right, you could say.
That's good. The king will be glad to hear.
The moment that our Arth says that, Elizabeth's demeanor just subtly changes. Like, she went from being super relaxed, like you see her muscles tense up just a little bit, and she's like, tension.
The deep dreaming, it's a very magical place full of different things, including nightmares, strange nightmares. Because as more things become nightmarish on the other side here, the stronger they are there. So things called robots and other things. They
Oh yeah, those. Oh, yeah. Heard that you guys got to kill some of those things or something like them down in Deepwater. She says, looking over to Nathan.
I didn't go.
I heard somebody. I thought somebody from your house went, didn't they?
Oh, yeah, Jim. I would say you could ask him about it, but he just kind of gets this downcast look on his face.
Wait, I didn't. Oh, it was him and Kim's character. My bad. Never mind.
Elizabeth just kind of gets that "ooh" look on her face and a nod. Okay, well, you then. Yeah, I'm enjoying my cheeseburger then. And she takes another bite from it. So, has anything interesting been happening in the city?
many horseless carriages, but other than that, I have seen nothing too interesting.
She kind of blinks, looks at him.
Pictures.
Oh yes, moving pictures on the box. Those are very interesting. Keep you up at night too when watching them. Many
Elizabeth
things.
Elizabeth grins. She gets this big big grin on her face when she realizes what she's dealing with. Ah, those moving pictures. Has anyone shown you how to use a computer yet?
No, I have not. I may have
Oh.
heard this word, maybe.
So you and I are going to hang out sometime, and I'm going to show you what a computer is. I'm going to show you some awesome. Okay? And she grins.
I hope you do not mean porn.
Of course not. Only a little bit of hentai.
I know neither
And
of
I
these
got to
words.
roll perception. I got to roll not perception, manipulation, subterfuge.
Mm-hmm.
Because the ragabash is ragabashing. Go to my sheet, so. 3, 6 dice. Oh yeah, she's got 4 successes to lie her ass off about it.
I have heard neither this word porn nor hentai, though the Baron does not think I need to see either.
You see, I'm a teacher, so since you don't know these words, it's my societal obligation to educate you about them. And she takes another
That's
bite
a
from her
keen
cheeseburger.
roll.
What did he say? I missed like the first part of it.
I said that's a self-perception keening roll. He doesn't think you're a teacher. At least not of him.
Well, I mean, that's not actually a lie. Ragabash is our teacher, so. That's why I didn't roll for the perception subterfuge, or the manipulation subterfuge for it. What did you say, Tiger? Liz will end up, she'll kind of sigh and then take another bite of her cheeseburger and go over and pull out a chair next to Alistair, turn it around and sit on the chair, facing the chair backwards. Just make allowances for her stomach, but she does that and she kind of goes, "So, Alistair, how you been?"
I've been fine. Yourself?
"I've been good. So," and she gets this twinkle in her eye. "So you made any more bombs lately?"
He kind of sighs. He's like, I've been trying not to do that because the city, you know.
I suppose. And she gets this like really sad look on her face. We can always use more bombs, though. There's always places that need bombing.
No. Not really.
Well, I mean, technocratic facilities always need bombing.
I don't really think you'd use it just for technocratic facilities, though.
Well, maybe a Pentex facility here and there. She kind of does like the, maybe the house to someone who was threatening, my home. But, no one that didn't deserve it.
I don't know what Pentex is, so.
Think technocracy, but they serve evil little Dietrichs.
Okay. He's just gonna shrug and then look over to Nathan.
Nathan will also shrug.
Why use these bombs, though? Can't you muster an army to go and run these curs off?
When you see an army, that draws attention, and attention is exactly what we don't want. So I just slip in there, plant a bomb. I can be on the other side of the city by the time a bomb goes off, if I said it right. That's me.
Yes, but if no one knows it's you, then how do you bring glory to your name? Because if no one knows or sees you do it, there's no one to back up your word.
There are always people watching. Just, they're not necessarily the ones that we're trying to hide from. Hide from. I didn't English there.
I do not understand. You have an enemy, meet them on a field of battle, wipe them out, or be wiped out.
That may have been how it worked back in like the 17th century, man, but today you can't really do things like that. But you can't really do that.
I mean, if you both agree to meet in the dreaming, you most certainly could. And he looks to do, yes, like that is a thing that could happen here still.
Mm, It, hmm. You see, there's this thing called an entire species wiped out, so no.
What do you mean species?
So, she looks at her watch. You don't have clearance level for that information yet.
Clearance. Looks again at someone around the table.
Like status.
Oh, so I must be a baron or something to hear of this then.
You'd probably have to be one of their kind.
Yeah, sorry.
One of their kind. He looks at the person. I see a female. Looks to be from European descent. I don't understand. What do you mean by her kind?
Werewolf.
Ah,
She. By the way, she's speaking with a French accent tonight. She says, "Yeah, like all you know is if we were to do that, werewolves would not be a thing anymore. So we can't do that."
so there are less of you now than there were, I assume.
No, there's just more of the enemy.
How did you let your enemy become so numerous? You should stomp them out when they are few and weak.
That's information about things that happened quite a long time ago. Not relevant right now.
It seems fairly relevant if you wish to bomb places.
Well,
You are
I don't
bringing
need to know.
weapons to bear.
I don't need to know why they, are outnumbering us, even though I do. I just need to be able to bomb them because I know they're the dudes I need to kill.
Ah, so like a good soldier then.
Suppose you could say that.
Which, since she is pregnant with the king's child, I don't think she's allowed to fight yet, even by her own people's standards.
And once again, if he could botch a etiquette roll, he would have just now, but his jaw does not hit the floor. But he does look aghast.
She sighs. I can fight. I'm just not doing so because I care about the kid and I don't want the kid to die if I die in a fight.
He looks at the Baron, then at the House Dougal, then at her, and he looks back between the three of them. That wasn't done back in my day, and I am now very confused.
Yes, it is the king's issue to deal with.
Mhm. It's not my business. Even if you tried to make it my business, it's not my business.
It looks like he's trying to say something, but he can't, because that would be failing an etiquette roll again. But he is the king, and I will ignore this and pretend that I never heard this.
I mean, I didn't tell it to you. She finishes off her cheeseburger, sitting there quietly next to Alistair, kind of enjoying having some company.
It's it's it, I am at a loss for words at this situation.
Elizabeth kind of chuckles.
Moving on to a subject that is not causing me confusion and endless headaches. Commoners now can be knighted. How did that happen, Mr. Knocker? That I can't remember his name. Out of character.
Find that bowl of popcorn from earlier and offer some to Alistair. Might have to ask again because they crashed.
Yeah.
He looked over at you and said, "So how does a knocker become a knight now? This is strange, unusual, and was not done in my time. Would you care to explain how does this happen?"
Essentially, I am very good at what I do and what my house does, so they saw fit to promote me.
Then I take it you make things, yes?
I am a knocker, aren't I?
How do I phrase this politely? You make useful things, then. Not like, wall hangings or curtain rods.
I make clocks, along with arms and armor.
Clocks are very expensive. That is a good profession to have. You must make lots of money.
Decent amount. Arms and armor also helps. Weapons and whatnot.
Oh yeah, about that. How much do you usually charge?
That depends on the work.
Okay, because I kind of need a weapon, so.
What kind of weapon?
I'm not 100% sure about that.
Okay.
Something. Because I'm getting out of shape with my sword skills. Haven't practiced in a while.
Understandable.
And then I have to make a note to buy that one gift that lets me steal things next downtime so I can steal money to pay Nathan with.
Sure.
Yeah, Elizabeth, after a little bit, said, "Well, it's been a pleasure, but I think it's about time for me to go to bed. I got a long walk home, so peace," she says as she's walking out, throwing a peace sign behind her.
Have a good one.
"You too," she calls over her shoulder.
Safety and farewell.
She'll kind of just do a non-committal hand wave, because I think the scene's kind of started to wind down. We can probably end it. So, is everybody good with that?
Yeah.
Sure. If everyone else is.
So, thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching, if we have it in the near future. And now I gotta go do the massive list of tags for this scene.